Yes, this is not the way a coach should touch a player as she exits the field. That's why we've never wanted women to play football. It's highly inappropriate situation in women's football. How embarrassing this moment is for women's football. I won't watch women's football again after this inappropriate behavior was caught on camera. Oh my god, is this happening in women's football? This player deliberately kicked her opponent in the backside, and she immediately received a red card and was sent off the field. I've never seen a goalkeeper like this before. There was a fast counterattack against this team, but the embarrassing and funny thing is that the goalkeeper collided with the goalpost instead of stopping the ball. The Spanish Football Federation announced the dismissal of Jorge Vilda from coaching the women's national team after he kissed Jenny Hermoso, a player for the Spanish national team, without her consent. This incident occurred following Spain's victory over England in the final of the Women's World Cup held in Australia and New Zealand. I know you're trying to waste time, goalkeeper, but not like this, because your clothes are exposed. Moreover, you tried to secure the ball for a pass, but the forward took the shot and scored. Arsenal player Laura Weinreuther tried to catch up and take the ball, but she collided with the barrier on the field in an embarrassing moment. A photographer took a lot of time to capture this moment. It seems he's quite enamored with this beautiful player. The opposing player came and grabbed this ball in this sensitive area, but she didn't stay silent about her action and fought back. Then the goalkeeper rushed to support her. The assistant gave the player water, but she was rude enough to spray the water back at her. However, the assistant laughed it off. What would you do if you were in her place? Lyon's player Salma Baka of Algerian descent pushed a member of the Bayern Munich coaching staff in today's UEFA Champions League match after her team was trailing by a goal. This girl attacked the opponent's team player in an inappropriate manner. However, the player defended herself and fought back. There's a referee in the match who makes decisions, but not you, player. You kick the player and walk over her back. What audacity! The opponent player passed the ball to her teammate, but unexpectedly, the defender passed the ball into the goal. This player scored a goal, but the way she celebrated was both funny and embarrassing at the same time. It was as if she was riding a bicycle. This is the dumbest goalkeeper in the world, as she directed the ball towards the opponent player in such a way. Luckily for her, the ball didn't go into the goal. The goalkeeper caught the ball with his hand instead of between his legs. That's what happened to this goalkeeper. What a funny and embarrassing situation. Coach, why is this player holding on to her in this inappropriate manner for the viewers? Why can't you talk to her instead of grabbing her? The players argued, but the opponent player committed this audacious act towards her rival player by pulling her hair. However, the fair referee expelled her from the field. The player collided with her teammate while passing the ball with her head towards the goal, but the player fell to the ground in an inappropriate manner. Is this a stunt for fame or what? If you think so, press like for the video, and if you don't think so, press subscribe to the channel. The same player from before, trying to kick the ball out, but she embarrassingly fell in front of everyone. The player took the penalty kick, but the goalkeeper attempted to be professional in blocking it. Yet the ball entered between her legs in a very funny and embarrassing way. The goalkeeper attempted to show off in saving the ball, but she couldn't even stop it, and the goal was scored against her. If I were in that defender's place, I might consider retiring from soccer. She experienced the worst situation in her life just to get the ball away from that professional player.
Yes, very intelligent from Anderson. Little dummy, not once but twice.
This player was injured by an opponent player who hit her when she extended her hand towards the player's face in this manner. The defender passed the ball to the goalkeeper, but she passed it and collided above this player, entering the goal in a funny way.
In the attacking third, that is only just this season is consistent in the way she presses. She has.
This defender managed to slip the ball between the legs of the other defender in a funny and embarrassing way, to the extent that the defender tripped herself up from the skills of that Spanish player. Certainly, this player is highly skilled, but the opponent player knocked her to the ground in an inappropriate manner. It seems that this clip is very amusing, as a group of Norwegian players enter the field amidst this frozen snow. One of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen in my life, where the defender deliberately tripped this player in a completely mocking manner and then received a red card. She deserved it, didn't she?
Took out McFadden. The midfielder.
Arsenal player Danielle the Donk embarrassed the opponent's defense with this move. What a legendary player! Her skills resemble Lionel Messi. In one of the women's matches between Switzerland and Sweden, the field turned into snow, causing the players to struggle on the pitch and fall in a funny way.
Starkt. Ja, som hon sliter där i Ilestedt. Sandberg. Letar efter inläggsläge.
Jomar Guaracuco scored a goal in the final minutes, but she celebrated inappropriately by taking off her clothes, appearing in a way unsuitable for viewers. Everyone was celebrating the goal and the lead against the opposing team in the last minutes. She remained without her clothes until she finished her celebration. The worst referee decision in football history, where Alex Greenwood received a second yellow card, leading to her dismissal for time wasting. She left the field feeling devastated because of this decision. This team is getting ready to start the match, but some players weren't prepared because of their attire.
Ver los cambios hechos realidad y estar bien en un ambiente sano.
This player got injured, and the referee didn't stop the game while the girl was lying on the ground for some time. While this player was trying to catch up with the ball, she slipped and tumbled, but managed to keep possession of the ball. Then she dribbled past an opponent player. This moment showcases sportsmanship, as one of the players' clothing became displaced, and the opposing team's players covered her in a gesture that sends shivers down the spine. In this situation, player Alicia Lemon is getting ready to enter the field, and her attire puts her in the most embarrassing situation in the history of football. She's a model and not suitable for playing football, isn't that right? Dutch football clubs switched children to models in underwear. During the match, they argued on Valentine's Day Eve that changed the children to Dutch and Belgian models. This is how the players took to the pitch by women in After Eden lingerie brand underwear as part of an advertising campaign. Finally, we invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to receive all the latest updates. Thank you.